This is the 22nd season of Bass Talk Live. BTL is presented by Bass Cat Boats, Strike King Lures, AFTCO, Pro Guide Batteries, Spro, Gamakatsu, The Bass Tank, Beatdown Outdoors, and Sunline.
BTL coming at you.
Welcome back to another exciting edition of BTL Bass Talk Live, where we are going to talk about bass fishing. It is ICAST 2026 at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. I think it's 200,000 square feet of, I was going to say, it's not exhibitions, exhibits. Yeah, that's it. And it's all the new stuff for 2026. If you were just here an hour and a half ago, we did Urchin Quest, searching for urchins, the hottest bait on the market, and we hit 14 newly released koi K urchin style baits. We went through some rigging, really good show to go back and watch. And I said, hey, we got to come back and do everything but urchins, because I know there's a bunch of guys who wanted to see all of the new urchin stuff, but then there's also a bunch of people who might be suffering from a little bit of overexposure in the urchin department. So we're going to bring back in Jordan Babcock, Dave Rush from bestontour.net. They are at ICAST. They're working at ICAST, and they have found some of the newest things that they think the BTL listeners and viewers would find of interest. And we're going to bring them right back in now. And there is Dave Rush holding some fishing line. Dave, thanks for jumping back on. I know you guys slammed some lunch in about 15 minutes and are back on for a little bit shorter version here, but you've been prowling the ICAST floor. You have some baits, some terminal tackle, some lures, some rods, reels, line, that type of stuff that you think the BTL listeners would be of interest. It appears as though you are in the Sunline booth now. Kick it off with what's new for 2026.
We are, and as a caveat of this show, if the word, which I am not speaking, is spoken, I have to do 20 push-ups on the show floor, so I'm not talking about it. But what we are talking about...
Wait, you have to say, if you say the U word during this show, you have to do 20 push-ups on the exhibition floor.
Correct.
Okay.
That is the bet. We have a side bet. So
okay.
What we are going to talk about, what I thought was very interesting, is we all know that JDM products are super hot, probably hotter than they ever have been in the U.S. market right now. What has not caught on as much, but is basically taken over Japan, is metered fishing line. So everybody in Japan, no matter what technique they are fishing, is now fishing with metered line. So if you check this out, if you're familiar with the Power 2 CFC that Jason Christie designed with the section of cleared and the section of orange for bite detection, things of that nature. This is exactly what this is. This is the BMS Azayaka NY. This is the nylon version. So you see the metering, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on in Japan. Now, whether that's going to catch on here in the U.S. is yet to be seen. There's the fluorocarbon version.
So is that for casting distance, or is that for being able to maintain the low visibility of the fluorocarbon, but to where you can maintain visibility of your line above the water and bite detection?
A little bit of both, Matt, but great question. So we as anglers always perceive clear line, fish can't see it. But research shows, as you remember with some of the other products that they have came out with, the leader material they came out with a while back with the metered leader, fish can't see this in the water. It's crazy to think that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's obviously proof the guys are catching, in a highly pressured environment in Japan, they continually catch fish on this stuff, and it's the deal in Japan.
And is this an entirely new? Is this a new type of line, or is it like shooter or sniper that is metered, or is it an entirely new formula of fluorocarbon coming out of Japan?
BMS stands for Bite Marker System, by the way. That's what that means. And then this is based on shooter material.
Okay, so it's based on
shooter material, and a little bonus in here, which I thought was cool. I always like the Japanese art. Check this out.
Comes a little sticker action.
Oh yeah, a little smallmouth bass sticker action.
But-
Actually varies per package, so you gotta. It's like you're pulling a Pokemon card, so you never know what you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's a
get.
largemouth bass here and there. So it's like pulling cards. But
I like it.
we're going to get away from the metered system, and we're going to get to something and somebody who knows a little bit more about the new product that I want to talk about next. Look who we
Oh,
got
it's
here.
Dino.
What's up, Hanger?
What's going on,
Can't
Dino?
hear you, so I don't have any earbuds.
Yeah, no,
But
I know
anyway.
that.
Questions? I can't hear you.
Take the earbud. He's not afraid of the earbud. Give Dino an earbud. I got to talk to Dino for a while.
All right, he can hear you now.
I got you now.
Okay, you
Go
can
ahead.
hear me now. What's up, Dino? I was trying to give him an earbud, but I mean, this has got to be your what, 25th ICAST?
30th, actually.
30th ICAST. Holy cow! Who's counting?
Don't you spend all day counting? I mean, I guess.
We got to go back to the
Anyway.
earbud and the mic with Dean. Put that mic up in front of him so he can hear, or so we can hear him. Oh, now we lost the audio. How's that? You got me now?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay, now we're rocking and rolling. 30th
Okay.
ICAST. I saw the little
Good.
machine walking around too.
Yeah,
the
he's
King
right
of
here.
Havasu is what I'm
There
calling
he
him
is.
now. There he is. All right, hit us with what has struck your fancy at your 30th ICAST, Dean.
Well, it's always changing and always evolving, but also staying the same. So, but the cool stuff here at Sunline, we have a new braid that they came out with for my frogging and flipping and heavy, swim jig, that sort of thing. It's called Canton Cast. Now, this is the 8-strand. See the 8. The
Okay.
FX2 that I've used in the past is the 4-strand. So the 8 is a little bit slicker, it's a little bit faster, it's a little bit sportier, I guess is a better term for that than what we've been using. The FX2 has been, I created that like 12, 14 years ago. So it's been a long time. It's time for an update. And the Canton Cast is new. It'll be coming in 60 pound, 50 pound, 40. And I think we're getting a 30 as well on that range. So great new packaging, as you can see. Price point is going to be right there with everything else. So the smaller spools, they have it in the 300 yards, it's the 150. The 300s are sitting right over there anyways, but different color. Sunline's always very colorful. So in all their packaging, they've always got some beautiful designs, and the way they present the baits, the line is top notch as always, first class.
So obviously for the braid, the two, like the FX2, always been the standard. You have like the Asagai, the X Plasma stuff that has a very kind of slicker coating on it. When you talk about the numbers next to it, that's how many strands are woven together to make the one line, whereas 4 for FX2, and then this would be 8. So you're talking about a more kind of robust, rounder braid than a flatter braid. Like, or do you understand how like the 4 and the 8 work, like what the actual difference is there?
Yeah.
Am I somewhat along the right path, Dino?
Yeah, no, you're right there, Matt. It's real interesting. And the neat thing about it is the 8 strand
It did. Okay.
performs well in certain situations, and so does the 4 strand. And it's becoming a kind of whatever you like to throw. And right now, the 8 strand is something that it's coming new. It's a lot slicker. It's just a lot more technology in the 8 strand for this particular line of braid.
Okay.
On the other ones like SX and so forth like that, it varies with that. But the 4 strand has a lot of stuff that the 8 strand does not. So there's a nice give and take on both sides. And not saying one's better or the other. It's basically up to the angler, and the technique that they want to use for the line.
Okay, I will say this. I had a meeting, went over, and Mark Jeffries moved, and he had to redo his whole garage, and he had a pile of rods in the corner. There was about 6 or 8 that were red, that were from the 2010s and earlier.
Yes.
And they have a little frog on them. They're Quantum. Quantum doesn't even do bass fishing stuff anymore. They're saltwater only. But I
Mark
was
Jeffries.
shocked. I was shocked, Dean. I took a shot. I said, Mark, can I get one of these rods? And he let me take one of the medium heavy 7-foot Rojas OG Quantum frogging sticks, and I'm putting it into the rotation.
You are. You're putting.
Yeah.
Oh my
What
gosh.
was it? What years was that? Like 2007 to 2010 or something like that?
Mark Jeffries is a hoarder. My gosh.
100%. He's got 12 of them in plastic.
12? A dozen?
Yeah.
I never even got a dozen from Quantum. How the heck does he have 12?
Because he's Mark Jeffries.
No, because he lives in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All you Oklahomans
right there in Tulsa. You could just go pick them up.
I'm gonna come over and pick up some more Rojas rods. Yeah, that's great. No, that's awesome, Matt. I have 2 of them still in the package, and they're beautiful, man. It's OG, and you're gonna put it. So, what bait are you gonna throw? Because I know you don't throw a frog. So, what bait are you gonna use the Rojas frogging rod for?
I'm going to throw a frog. I got Gunnersville and Toledo Bend this fall for the EQs, and one of them's going to be no live scope most likely. So, I mean, I'm going to start sticking them on the frog.
Is there any video of you ever catching a fish on a frog?
No, there's several videos of me losing one on a frog, though. Hey, I do have one more question of the braided line. So, like, braided line lasts a long time, right? And I've got some out in the garage. I know guys who keep it in the fridge. I know it's a totally different system with the fluorocarbon, with the monofilament. You're a guy who's caught more fish on braided line and put it through more abuse than anyone probably in history. How do you store your braid? How long does the braid last? And what are your keys? You know, when you buy a 660-yard spool of the Sunline and you're respooling twice a year on it, I mean, you can have it for a couple years. How long does that braid last, and what can you do to keep it from breaking down?
So the braid itself is not. It takes a long time for it to break down.
Okay.
What you'll find is as you over the course of the 6 months, if you retie or if you're spooling up twice a year or once a year, whatever it might be. What gets you is every time you tie a knot, you're taking another foot off the line. So every time you retie the line, you're taking the line off the spool, which then again, it takes more your castability, and you end up hitting your knot, on the spool because you bomb them out there, and you end up having to put more line on or change the line because there's not enough on the reel because you end up casting it all off. The braid doesn't break down at all, and so. I fish it, I'll fish it every single day for a week, and I won't change it out. But you can tell. I mean, it's when you're making 1,000 casts a day, the line going through the guides, going through trees, getting hung up in bushes and rocks and all that other stuff, all that, and then not only that, all of the filament on top of the water column, because the braid floats, it grabs all that stuff into the strands and it brings it into the reel on the rod tips and everything. And there's just dirt and sediment, top sediment everywhere. So a lot of it gets gummed up. It's just part of the deal where you have to kind of almost take care of it, clean it in a way to make sure that it's operating quickly, but nicely. But the line itself, it takes a long time for it to break down. Storing wise, I store it just like my fluorocarbon. They're right next to each other. And we live in the desert where the garages get 100 degrees. And it came up in the meeting yesterday, our Sunline meeting, talking about the temperatures and the UV light in and around there, and I already knew this because when I went to Sunline in Japan, I asked them that same question: Does the light or the heat affect the line? And they're like, no, it doesn't. Like, well, explain why. Well, because when they bake, when it's made, it's at a much higher temperature to get to where, because the components, the quality of the components they use to the material to make the fluorocarbon and the braid are so advanced.
When you went to Sunline Japan, did you have to sing karaoke every night?
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. It's so cool as Japanese. They have such a good time. I just laugh at them because they're just so happy. And
they're laughing at us. I mean, it's karaoke every night. Once it hits 7 p.m., you guys start stretching the vocal cords because you're about to sing some country music or some Backstreet Boys in a small karaoke bar.
Yeah. And
one more question.
Everywhere.
We've had you on. You're obviously the frog guy, the Spro Bronzeye, the best-selling frog of all time. If you know, Dean, if you listen to the story around it, how that frog and the hook were built around each other, which is the hookup ratio and stuff. We watched Jason Christie Woodard Elite Series on a Gamakatsu frog hook with an urchin on it. It's 2026 now. Did you ever think there'd be a time when you saw that frog hook that you designed in combination with that.
Yeah, more meetings, Scotty.
What are your thoughts on putting
meetings,
this
Scotty?
urchin craze? And I saw
More
you also
meetings?
looking at that new hook. What are your thoughts on that? Because I chuckled. I was like, I bet Dean in a million years would never have thought that he'd be talking about how to put this urchin on his beloved frog hook.
The colors.
I know. Well, it just happened to work out. You know, we only use good components. And you know, Don Lagasu, only the best will do.
Okay.
And when you have that kind of a hook,
That'll take
and to
some.
be able to bring back life to it 20 years later after we created the frog, now it has a new purpose. It tells you something about the hook.
Yep. There you go, Dean. I appreciate it. I know you got a busy schedule here at ICAST, always a consummate professional. So thank you for taking time to jump on BTL.
Thanks, Banger. Hey, gotta say hi to everybody. Later, dude.
There he is. There's the machine.
All right, later, dude.
All right. See ya. Oh, we got to get the audio situated around here. Got me, Dave?
Well, there you have it.
Let me point out. Let me
Hold
point
on,
out really quick.
Okay, there we
Let me
go.
point out, Matt, that you said the bait that shall not be named several times during that last section. So that's not okay. You can't do that.
Are you doing
Well,
push-ups
I
in the
can.
studio? Is that what we're doing?
I'm
he
not
can
doing
say
any
it.
push-ups for it. We're just not showing any.
All right, what we got
All right,
next?
what else are we showing? What else are we showing from ICAST 2026? As we
just
walk
We are
around.
headed back to the Rapala booth.
Okay.
Got something that I think needs to be checked out. I think the viewers are going to like this one. So, you know, ICAST is always a place where a better mousetrap is created. And when somebody creates a better mousetrap with a bait that is super effective to begin with, then you really have something.
All
what
right.
we
So we're
got?
back at the
I'm going to find this big.
more square footage
There
in that
we go.
booth than in my house.
But check this out.
Okay.
What
Looks
is this?
familiar.
Yeah. Very similar to the mag draft.
Correct.
I mean, just
What's
the
the problem?
same style of it.
What's one of the issues that you have with the Magnum?
Tends to rise. You have to jam some weight into the nose of that mag draft to keep it down if you want to fish it past a crawl.
You see this weighting system?
Interesting.
Check this out.
Screws in and screws out. Oh, wow. That's actually built into the bait, so you're not putting it into the plastic. There's actually a metal.
It hooks to the. I'm not going to say it hooks to the harness because I don't know that, but it appears that it is attached in some way, shape, or form where it's not going to come out. So you skip this bait a lot. The weights tend to come out. A lot of super glue usage. Not happening with this guy. I do not remember this one's name, but it did win.
Give it a waggle on the tail. There's some people that are wanting to hold it upside down so that the tail bends. No, upside down. Just hold it upside. Nope. Horizontal, upside down. Thank you, Jordan.
Let go.
Now
Dave,
drop
let
it.
go.
See if it does it stand. Apparently, those guys are big on the tail flop. So there's the flop on the tail. Very interesting.
A little different color.
Yeah, a little perch color.
Now this did win best of category. So very well received. Here he is right here on the shelf. So I can tell you his name. This is the Governor.
Very cool.
So an array of colors.
We've seen several different iterations of this. I know Strike King came out, I believe, with like a final copy last year. This is a bait that's really been perfected over the years. You have the
Magnetic hook
Dangerous
harness.
one.
Yeah.
And
so
what are
just
the different
another-
weights that it comes with?
8, 3/16, and 5/16.
Wow. Yeah, that'll get it down.
But it only includes the 1/8, so I think the other ones are sold separately.
Okay.
So probably
Yeah,
an
someone here
accessory
saying
pack
you can
on the way. So
buy the accessory
Very
pack
cool.
on it.
we're
Very
gonna
nice.
keep moving around here, Matt. But that one did win best in category. So
You guys are getting
building a better
dangerously close
mousetrap.
to happy hour there.
Yeah,
Oh, well, you know, happy hour starts early at ICAST
especially on day
all
2.
the time. Let's breeze through over here. Let's check out what's going on over here at the AFCO booth.
A lot of clothing, a lot of trolling motors, things like that too. But AFCO always innovative with their clothing.
So I saw this in the new product showcase, Matt, and I was thinking this would be a very nice gift for the new Mrs. Pangrack.
The missus.
That's
She's
the
always
Mrs.
cold. Is that a pouch or does that zip off into a midriff?
It's a pouch.
Okay, it's a pouch. Okay, I didn't know. Okay,
She could
very
probably pull
nice.
off. She could pull off either.
I agree.
There's a peek into the AFCO booth.
There's
It's very busy.
She could pull off either.
Mr. Shed himself.
Yes, of course. That's some nice bean
Walking
bags
around
here.
with the so I think those are beanbags for like those big giant,
So these
like
are
when you're going
offshore,
out
so check this
offshore.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
when you're
uses the
making
beanbags.
those long offshore runs,
Have a seat, Dave. No?
they're rolling in the bean bags.
Dave's to the
Right,
age where he has to make a noise when
Yes,
he stands
you might have
up,
to help
so,
me up, Jordan.
Yeah.
What we got next? Keep roaming.
So we're headed down here. I want to show you something. So seems like everybody is getting larger and larger screens
Oh,
on their
boy.
boats. Would you agree with that, Matt?
Oh yeah.
For live scoping certain baits.
Yes.
So now there is a solution, a very sturdy solution, let's say, for these screens. Check this out. So we are at Beat Down Outdoors,
Oh wow.
and I don't know if you can
full
tell.
360. It's a 24-inch or
Look at that,
22.
give you some perception. So basically up to my armpit.
Oh my
across.
gosh.
So this is with an actual unit in it. If you look, this is our friend Justin McClellan. He's demonstrating it right now for a customer. See, this is the actual 9217 in the mount.
Still locks, but it locks in if you're long enough.
That's obscene.
Well, are you running that next year? Look at that.
No.
Then you
So we're getting a full demonstration.
screen glare.
So that's supposed to be a flush mounted graph, but Beatdown has come up with a solution to mount it on the front of your boat.
So you can do a 21, 23, 24, 19, whatever
Right.
Yeah.
screen you want to put
Well,
in
look
there.
at this one. This one's even bigger. This is even larger.
This is huge. What else we got over here?
Wait 1 second there. Did Justin
Okay.
ever find a boat? He has been on the hunt for
He has some prospects.
vessel. I was just curious if
That
he
would be-
ever located a boat.
Yes, a boat has been secured. I have been asked by numerous people on the ICAST show floor, who is this Arkansas area code that's been texting me. It was Justin McClellan. If you've received a text about buying your boat from a random Arkansas number, it was Justin McClellan.
Yes.
So here he is right here. Our friend Justin McClellan. Justin, jump on here with Hanger and tell him about what Beatdown's got going on.
Justin,
He
yeah.
was
How
more
big
curious
of
about a
screen
great
can
boat
you
search.
put
He
in
said
that?
He's heard from numerous people that you were reaching out looking for boats too.
Oh man, you can put up to a 22-inch unit in
22-inch unit.
Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah. So we have available for all the 9000 series Garmins. So 17, a 19, and a 22. Drafts are only getting bigger. One cool thing here that a lot of people are concerned about in the industry right now is also sight, like not being able to see over these big units. And when you put I believe this is a 19, that's a 17. When you put like a 19 or a 22 on the bow of your boat, you're going to have a major issue seeing over it. But where Beatdown has come in, we've taken our Flex HD base, which is really, really heavy duty base. And now I can simply loosen my knob here. And instead of having to worry about getting over that unit, I can lay my unit down, see over it, and it's no higher than a traditional double stacked graph. So in a lot of cases, even lower than what your units truly could get if they were sitting on a normal mount. but simply fold it back up, lock it back down in place. Everything's getting bigger and bigger in the industry, so super cool. Lots of new cool things coming from Beatdown. Here, maybe I'll put this on instead of trying to hold it.
Clipper off there.
Yeah, there we go. Lots of new cool things coming from Beatdown. We built or introduced or zeroed in this last season, and it was built for the LVS 34. Well, as we all know, Garmin just introduced the LVS 42 and 44, and we're already on it. We have it done. It's in production. Hopefully, we'll start having inventory of these to start shipping here in a few weeks. But we have a zeroed in already done for the LVS 42 and 44. So if guys are looking for it, you can pre-order it now at Beatdown Outdoors. But we do have it available for the LVS 42 and 44 now. We'll have our regular 0 degree available for the LVS 42 and 44. Another cool thing that we got done at Beatdown, and nobody's been able to do this before until now, is actually truly having a 0 degree for Active Target 2 that is totally toolless after you get the transducer installed on it. What's great about this is we figured out how to mount this on here. You go ahead and mount your Active Target 2 on your zeroed in like you see here, but now simply same concept, rotate it around, and I'm in perspective mode. You still have the great 5 degrees of adjustability just based on it moving here. Every time it clicks there, it's a 5 degree adjustment. It's totally toolless. Now I'm in perspective mode. I simply can rotate this, pull it around, and then go straight back into forward mode for Active Target 2, where nobody else's can do that. So that's super something to be excited about if you're a Lowrance guy for the zeroed in.
Justin, question. Someone mentioned on this, they're saying, hey, aren't the 42 or aren't the new transducers 0 degree anyway that are coming from Garmin? But you guys are, yeah.
Yeah, let me elaborate on this. So Garmin, the 0 degree,
bullshit with them a little bit.
the LVS 42 and 44.
About PQs or something, right?
Hold on a second. Tell Dave to stop talking because I can hear him through his earpiece.
Dave, stop talking. He said he can hear you. Okay, so Garmin, it does the LVS 42 and 44. Yeah. It does come with a 0 degree. But here, let me explain to you why ours is so much more beneficial than your traditional. And Matt, you know this, you fished with this.
Yep.
So what you can do with our zeroed in that you cannot do with anybody else's is every time I move this, it adjusts 5 degrees. Yes, they still may be a 0 degree, and we're not discounting that. But when I make adjustments, they're super fine tuned. So I can do 5 degrees of adjustment at a time.
If you're targeting fish higher in the water column,
correct,
lower in the water column, if you have a pollen issue, if you have all sorts of different little micro
correct
adjustments.
Also, so the major difference too in the LVS 34 and 42, obviously everybody's saying the picture's better and everything, which I'm not going to argue that. I personally haven't seen it personally, but the girth of this part right here, this now has like 24 teeth, I believe is the number, where the LVS 34 only had 16, if I remember correctly. So we had to totally build a new piece here for that. This is totally toolless to go to perspective, and it's built all out of anodized aluminum. Built here in the United States. We build everything here in Sedalia, Missouri. The only thing Beatdown doesn't do is paint anodizing, and you come with your replacement LVS 34 knob. It comes with, your replacement knob, I should say, because now it also fits the 42 and 44. It still comes with that in the package. So you get an all aluminum construction instead of it being plastic. So that would be, a benefit. So you're not going to break this just accidentally crashing it into the side of a dock, stump, or rock, whatever the case may be. And it's totally toolless for your 42 or 44.
Hey, can you go behind you? Does One Standard have any of those swimmer ones? I haven't seen those in person.
Yeah. That's
the new design for the swimmer one. Take one of those out of the pack because that's not got the tail that's actually got a little kick tail.
Should we do one better for you? Should we get Jeremy Lawyer on this screen?
Oh, God.
Let him talk about it a little bit?
We're soliciting Lawyer's help. I think we like that.
We'll get Lawyer on.
Hey, while Lawyer's coming over here,
Yeah.
did Dave have a hot mic moment during that? What happened?
Yeah, he said we were going to BS with McClellan here in a little bit, but we're good. His job security
we're on
going way
BTO
downhill as
live
quickly
right
as possible.
What's going on, Panger?
Oh, not much.
Yeah.
Talk. I don't know if he can hear us though.
So what do you want me to say? What do you? Oh,
Oh yeah, we're just sharing earbuds
All right,
left
Is that
and
better?
right.
Can you hear him now?
You got me, Jeremy.
I got you. Yeah, there won't be
All
any
right.
kind
Now,
of.
yes, I had not seen the
instance out of your
Swimmer
ear.
They wanna
One.
talk
Swimmer
about
One was
Swimmer
brand new to
with
me.
One
So
standard. They haven't seen it. They want to talk about Swimmer One.
Well, that's fine. Let's talk about it. Let's get one out of the package here that you can see. We'll get the old bluegrass out of here. You know,
Okay.
Panger, the Swimmer One's really cool because it's built a little bit different. Just because the fact that most curly tails or anything just have a curl tail, or the Swimmer has a paddle tail. Well, we've got a lot of the same amenities as the Minnow One, but you can see there we got some tail relief just like the Minnow One has. We put a cutter style tail on here and we put it upside down. It's actually tip up, but you can see there while I'm just trying to hold it, but it really moves a lot. It's got a really, really sexy slow wobble. That's what I like about it. And then as you start to wind it up and kind of take it away, I'm sure you understand when that crappie turns up and sees it on scope, they take it away and you start speeding it up. Well, then next thing you know, the tail's going faster and faster and faster, and it just kind of gets him to commit. It looks really lifelike when you bring it to life at a higher speed from a super slow speed. But if you just want to slow roll it, it's great. But no, it's been really great. It's real similar to the Minnow One, just in a cutter tail. And it really surprises me a lot of times is how they'll either bite one with a fork tail and not the actual paddle tail in the Swimmer, or vice versa. You know how fish are. One day they just want something over the others. So we're giving you both options, but it's been a really fun bait to design, and it's been eye-opening to what we can catch on it. It'll catch the heck out of white bass, got a lot of walleye on it. You can go in the fall and throw this thing just like you would shaking a minnow, especially on places like Hartwell or Table Rock that are got a lot of spotted bass, super clean water. It's great for eye profile. It's been a lot of fun with a lot of different ways to utilize it.
are we doing a CTL episode this fall, Mr. Lloyd?
We are. We got to get it done this
We
time.
have to do it
both
this year.
got so busy, but yeah,
Because
no
I
doubt.
see
And
your videos and what you're shooting, and you're on. I mean, I'm like more of like hunting, like an individual. You're on like the fun, keep the live well lid open, and let's see how many 13.5 inchers we can stuff in there.
yeah, if you
Whatever the
start
limit
shutting
is.
it, yeah, if you start shutting it when I'm fishing, you're going to put some new hinges on the old Ranger because it won't take it day in and day out. But, we're just fortunate enough to live in a place that has a really good population. And you're not going to catch a 3-pounder, but you're going to catch a pile of pound to 2 pound and just good eating fish. But no, absolutely, we've got to do one. I'll give you a little sneak peek just because we're down here in Florida. So we've actually got our show coming up, One Standard Fishing with me, next year in 27. And we filmed 2 shows down here with Big Show Terry Scroggins on the St. John's River.
My God.
And I mean, we caught
That's
some
gonna
great
be
big
awesome.
yellow
In the pads, in the
giant
reeds.
black carp. No, not at all.
Oh.
He says they leave the river a lot and go to the lake. So we went to Lake George and Crescent and actually caught him in open water, caught him on some shipwreck, caught him on some poles, hard structure, shot some boat docks. But no, big giant groups and just big old yellow jaundice black crappie out of the river in that tannic water. So had a great time with him. And Terry definitely knows his crappie fishing as well.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I will see you. I will see you in a month here. I actually, the last time, where's that first EQ at?
Norfolk.
Norfolk. I actually weighed in my 10-pound limit in the last tournament there on the Minnow One.
I believe it. That's a perfect
I
example
couldn't
of where
get
you
them to
can
eat
use it.
anything, and they were brand new, and I was like, "What is the smallest thing that I have in my boat?"
Absolutely, it'll catch them, all species.
Yeah, that was good for 120th place finish, just for those who are keeping track. Which there's the shocking amount of people who are keeping track out there. But thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good one, Matt.
All right, earbud and microphone.
Next.
Yeah, there you go. All right, just a little 2-for-1. Thank you, Justin. There's Mike.
So, getting
What's
all,
up, Mike?
Getting all lined up. What's
This
up,
is
man?
Matt. Oh, nothing. Are you
Yeah.
excited to go to Lake Erie here in a couple weeks and ride around on the big pond for some brownfish?
I really am. The thing about it, I mean, Lake Erie is one of those places. Been to Buffalo a couple different times, so definitely looking forward to getting back out there. The thing I'm hoping, just like you, Matt, is that we get to fish for. I hope we get to fish for 3 days of a tournament. Hope we get to practice for at least 3 days, but that's going to be the big challenge in Buffalo. The one thing about it, I've already qualified for the EQs, so I'm gonna go up there and let it all hang out, buddy. I mean, truly and honestly, it's been a while since I went to a tournament knowing I had nothing to lose. I mean, if I got to run 40 miles in it, I'm gonna run 40 miles in it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think we have a better chance of getting Dave to say the word urchin in the next half hour than getting 3 full days out of Buffalo. Both of those are a challenge that we're going to try to accomplish, though.
Hey, what about how I've brought Justin along? I mean, if I could get him to fish for me as well as he's taking all this other part of the business in, I might be golden, right?
Well, what I don't think a lot of people realize is Justin, had it not been for a couple like misfortune steps, could easily be on the Elite Series. And if you keep track of anything in Arkansas, Grand Lake, Table Rock, that neck of the woods, you don't want to mess with Justin McClellan around that neck of the woods. But what I hear is he's making so much money doing this stuff that he has no desire to fish anymore. Because he's trying to flip boats. It has side-by-sides. He's brown trout fishing in his vacation home on the White River. Like, it's good to be Justin McClellan is what I hear.
It is, you know, and the last tournament that I can claim any success in, Justin and I actually won a boat in a Nichols event. So, he's living the life. I mean, I am super stoked that he's had the opportunity to get involved with Beatdown, to get involved with, you know, the OBT team, to be representing the companies that, that I've promoted for so many years. And it's really cool that he still gets to fish. We all know the boy still gets to fish.
You got anything new this year with your name on it that's coming out at ICAST? I know you're synonymous with Signature Series stuff, Mike.
Well, yeah, we've got, Falcon, for those of you that haven't heard or haven't seen, Falcon Rods allowed me to come back out with my Signature Series 6174 original full cork Falcon rod. So it's been a big hit. In fact, I called last week trying to get a couple because I stepped on one and needed another, and they're like, man, we don't know if we got any in stock. So if you're looking for a 6174 signature rod, Falcon has it. I did introduce 6 new colors to not that are available yet, but we've actually got 10 new rock crawler coming for next year that we got approved this week at ICAST. So, that's a big part of ICAST is, planning for next year. And we did release, 6 new colors last year. We're working on new colors of McDarts and McSticks as well. So, it's been a busy week for me here at ICAST. I mean, yesterday seemed like there was a lot of serious business that went on. I mean, and when I say that, don't take it the wrong way, but today I have been slammed all day shooting video after video with various organizations, companies that are selling product, just a lot of different things. So ICAST is definitely different than it used to be, but it hasn't lost its luster. It's a cool place to be.
What's your biggest urchin fish this year?
Matt, as bad as I hate to stand here and admit it in front of the thousands of people that are watching, I have yet to pick an urchin up and throw it and catch a bass.
You're urchinless.
Admit that. I hate
urchinless.
And I'm sure Dave put you up to that. Because,
no, he didn't. There are people that are watching that I'm sure are even more proud of you that you have not done that. Yes.
Yeah. I just, man, we've had a couple of tournaments this year where some buddies of mine that I've run with, and even, a buddy of mine, Ty Faber. I don't know if you remember Ty or if you've met Ty.
Yeah.
Ty and I talked a little bit at Kentucky Lake, and he's like, hey, dude, he's like, if you get in a bind, he's like, you need to pick the urchin up. And I'm like, dude, I don't even have one in my boat right now. And if I don't throw it a little bit, there's no way. I've got them ordered and they're coming, but I don't have them with me. He's like, hey, I'm over here. He said, if you want to come grab one, come grab one. I went over and I got an urchin from Ty. I never picked it up that day. I ended up just skipping a McMoney jig around boat docks, had a really good finish at Kentucky Lake. So as long as I can keep doing what I love to do and making it where I need to make it, I'm going to go a while longer. Now, I will say when we go up north, I'm probably going to break out some of the little urchins and give them a little try.
You need to kidnap your buddy, Drew Gill there. Drew Gill, he's a big bite guy. You need to kidnap Drew Gill. Stick him in the Ranger and say, teach me your ways just for a day, and then give him a little LBJ or a rock crawler lesson.
That would maybe work. Big Bite did come out with the new urchin style bait, the Orbix. So that's pretty cool. I actually worked with Big Bite on a couple of other designs that we came out this year. The Velo Craw, I mean, that is a bait that Big Bite has needed for a long time. Definitely a bait that I'm excited about, working with, fishing as soon as it's available now. And then Dean Rojas and I actually talked about a new bait that I have wanted for a long time. He has wanted as well. And I think now with both of us on the same page, working with the design team at Big Bite, we're probably looking for a new bait coming from Dean as well. So a lot of cool stuff going on across the industry. I mean, I know there's a lot of talk about, urchin this, urchin that, but I've done a lot of traditional fishing videos today. It's funny. A lot of the companies that I work with have actually said, talk traditional fishing, because to me, Matt, the one thing about it, if you just want to go catch fish, if you're not in a tournament competing to win, there are so many ways to catch bass. You can still catch them on crankbaits and jerk baits and plastic worms and all the things that we've always caught them on. You just got to go out and do it, and it still works. I mean, it's just everybody gets caught up in all this hype, and they think they got to be doing what's won the last tournament. It isn't always that way. I'm not going to say you're going to go out and win the next tournament traditional fishing, but you're going to have fun doing it.
You got to be careful working with Dino on a bait. Those kind of royalties he demands. He's never going to let you get the upper hand.
No,
on that.
I'm not. I didn't even want any of his royalties. I just honestly wanted to see the bait come to fruition. Yeah, if I could just make half the royalties that Dean's made, I'd be in great shape.
So I said he's got to replace
that
that river rock around the house up there. It has to.
Exactly. Yeah. No
that
doubt.
stuff's not expensive. I just did a flower bed.
Yeah. So we got plenty of rock in the Ozarks.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, Mike. I know you're busy.
Dude.
It's getting towards happy hour there. So
you betcha, man. Good to be on the show with you always.
All right. I'll see you.
See you, dude.
They're talking with Mike McClellan about the upcoming Bassmaster Open, the final Bassmaster Open of Division One. Mike, one of the 40 guys that's fishing all of the divisions. So, where are we headed to now?
That was a stop in the Ozarks for you.
For the record, once again to all of our Bass Talk Live listeners, for the record, who brought it up?
Move that finger. There.
Who brought it up? Matt brought.
Well, I never said I wouldn't say it.
I
just said we're not showing any.
Hey, the name of this show is anything but the thing, and Matt keeps bringing it up, so I just want to put that for the record.
So
where are we headed next?
We are headed over to the GSM booth again. We visited it earlier. However, I saw something over there that I think will be of interest to you and the viewers.
Whoa, we got game wardens running
check this
all
out.
around.
This is very interesting. So
ICAST game
I saw
wardens.
this earlier, right? So you see this.
Where are we?
Atlas. We're at TH
Okay.
Marine. You see this Atlas Edge conversion kit.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the Atlas gauge, Atlas Edge gauge.
Okay.
So basically, this is for people who are already own a TH Atlas Marine jack plate. You can buy this conversion kit, convert it over. Come out here to the back door so you can see. You convert it over to a brushless motor. So you can do it. You can new Atlas jack plates. Some of them will come like this, but you can buy this conversion kit, convert your old one over to the brushless motor. So the way this is on the integrates with your power poles, the Atlas Edge. So it's similar to how you can set your truck seat, right?
Yep.
So you can set it for like shallow water takeoff, rough water situations, high speed,
I
whatever
gotcha.
you want to do. And you know how when you hit your power pole buttons that you double tap them or this, how you can set the speed on them.
Yep.
So this, you can actually set the speed on your jack plate, so you can set it like slow, medium, or like super fast. And they're selling these kits where you can wrap your jack plates and all kind of different cool stuff. So if you got one that's kind of, oxidizing or a little beat up, a little scuffed up, just freshen it up. So
very slick. Cool. That's for the gadget guys.
I told the guy at TH earlier, I said, your marketing campaign needs to be renovate the plate.
Renovate
That's
the
pretty
plate.
Good.
No, that is actually really good.
I'm giving out free marketing advice here today.
Yeah. Walking around the ICAST booth, there we were.
Hey, that guy might throw a CEO a little bit. You think?
Yeah, there's Fisher and Naya. Watch him catch some giant fish before on it.
Did you say it this time? You need to do some push-ups?
No, he didn't say it.
Oh, he did. You're right. Okay, just check. So we're heading to GSM. So maybe look at some of those basements. I was talking about, or what are we going for?
Yeah, we're heading over here. We're going to look at something out of the Buka brand lineup that I
Okay.
thought was pretty interesting. Something different, a little unique.
Quick look on our way through at what Mike was talking about, which was the Velo Crawl.
Yep.
That's what it looks like, in case y'all were wondering.
Yeah. You can punch that. You put it on the back of a jig trailer.
What do we have, Dave?
So check this out, Matt.
The hell is that?
That is the El Toro 7-inch Buka jerkbait. So you see like
Whoa.
a paintbrush style tinsel tail.
So this is the glide bait of jerkbaits, basically.
So I
That's
asked some
very
guys, I
interesting.
believe it was I forget the name of it, but the bigger mega bass jerkbait that the guys at Polinick was throwing for a while
Yep.
on Santee Cooper. Asked them if it was comparable. They said this one seemed to be a little bit bigger in size. Definitely, the mega bass didn't have the tinsel tail, but I mean, man, like when you're targeting giant fish,
Yeah.
live scope, I mean, the minnows are getting larger and larger and larger. Why not the jerkbaits?
Very cool.
There's Mike Luther right here.
Yeah. No, I didn't see that one coming. That one's neat.
So check this out.
Yeah. The
So if you remember,
Canada.
the Lure Jensen, I believe it was called the Timber Tiger.
Yep. Yeah. Had the funny
For that
stuff.
guy?
Is this did MGJ work on this?
He may have, but you remember like Jason Quinn was synonymous with that, with the Wiley Classic with the big.
Yep.
So these deals here were, and they're not exactly the same probably, but they were positioned on the bill on that bait. Here they're positioned on the actual body. So the theory is it gets deeper faster and it gives it more area to bounce off hard cover to keep it from getting hung.
Interesting. So it's
So
like
you don't see that many innovations in crankbaits.
yeah. What's
for
the name
most
of that?
part. That is
The brush crank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here it is. $10.99. Interesting. Yeah. That's a unique crankbait. Integrated hook guards or wings mounted alongside the treble hook.
Yeah, so and then I will say this for the Bill Lewis lineup, they're doing some things that are innovative. A lot of, let's just say, baits that are inspired by other baits are typically what you were seeing at ICAST nowadays. Bill Lewis is going out on a limb with some of these designs. Check out this spit stick. So a topwater bait, obviously, but a little different take on it. So you see how the water flows? They've got a video playing around here somewhere. It's actually, you can walk it super fast. I was already thinking, man, this will be probably on a good herring scenario. But it's got almost like vents, I guess you would say, where the water kind of flows in and out, allowing it to be more streamlined, aerodynamic.
Yeah, they're not afraid. Remember when they came out with the stutter stat back in the day?
Yeah, absolutely. And they've got good colors, right? Like kind of like a ghost minnowy, bone. This black color Jordan's holding was kind of cool, like a matte black type finish. So
yeah, that's very cool.
another thing, while we're over here, we can just kind of draw a little bit of attention to is they're also offering a bigger minnow and a TPE.
Okay.
So, similar to
An
other
elastic
minnows on the
style
market.
or a,
But yeah,
TPE.
they had offered some offerings in that, but a bigger minnow. And you see some of the attributes of other minnows, little wings.
Yeah.
So you can talk to your buddy Drew Gill about that one. I'm sure he's got skinny all
I don't
that.
know if he's around
Speaking-
there, if he's still on his honeymoon.
No, he's around. He's around with the new wife. I've seen him.
Having to cut the
So
honeymoon short
the
for
honeymoon may
ICAST.
include ICAST. So another thing, speaking of Drew,
Left the wedding in the wrapped vessel.
is we'll pronounce it correctly, Nekorama. in a smaller
It's
size.
Nico-rama. It's just like we all say Koiki.
So you see that smaller size?
Yep. With all the different segments where based whether you want it dead nuts in the middle or up towards the front or towards the rear. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. And I guess while we're here, check this out too. Fletcher Shryock designed this flat tube.
The rumor
Now, is that-
Fletcher accidentally dropped a tour tube out the side of his truck window when he was backing the boat down and ran it over, and then it worked better.
Is that actually solid, or is there actually a tube? Oh, so there it is. It is actually tube.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, they just flattened it.
Okay.
So Fletcher says that he like basically would take his tubes and flatten them out like he would try to, put them in a book or whatever, put something on top of them with weight, how we've all tried to get a crease out of something. So he started doing that with tubes and found that he thought they were more effective. Hookup ratio was better. He liked the way they glided more, go through cover a little bit better. That's one of the forgotten about baits, but and it's been a comeback.
That looks really clean, especially in your palm. I've seen the videos of it. That looks really clean, Dave. That's a good looking bait. Little, very, very flying lure-esque. I'm not even gonna lie on that.
Pretty interesting stuff here. So let's take a quick walk over here to Tree Shaker if we can get there. You want to matter? You're big on the Nico rigging. You want to see something that I think you're really gonna like?
Thought it was Neko.
Oh, he said we're going Nico.
Look, this is what the old school flying lure looked like. Now it's rigged reverse like that, but it's basically very similar profile. It like actually
You'll
looks like the
notice a
exact
little
profile.
theme here. We keep going back to the Rapala Crush City booth a good bit. So I want to show you this. Check this out. So the Inspector.
Yep, Jacob Wheeler's new worm. Whoa, that's a weird color.
So this is kind of what I wanted to point out about this. So very similar, there was a time where the Yamamoto Cinco, the skinny Cinco was a big deal, right? That was one of the worms that the guys were using. We're not talking about, in my opinion, similarly designed to the skinny Cinco. But what I did want to point out here is what I thought was cool. What you brought up was that's a weird color. So what really caught my eye about these Inspectors is they really have unique colors. There's nothing here that you've seen. There's a couple like plums, things like that, but some of the colors are really cool. They're core shot.
Yeah. Yeah, those look good. Hey, how close are you? I hate to do this. How close are you to the Strike King booth? Because I believe that Todd might have worked on. Oh, that one's the one I wanted to see too from Crush City. What is that, Dave?
So that is the Avatar. Avatar. So if you are familiar with the Jackal, the drift fry.
Yep.
It's got the bill. They're similar. However, with this one, you have more of, I would say, kind of like like a segmented kind of like a Lake Fork Magic Shad style tail.
Yeah.
But then you
TPE.
also have the TPE, but you also have the integrated wings from like your Sakamoto style.
It's a Frankenstein.
The frill shad is what I was meaning to say. The frill shad. But yeah, so you've got the diving deal, the wings, which I'm sure balance it. Then you have the tail. We'll look at the flop.
Yeah, that thing moves.
So I'm thinking really good herring fisheries, bait fish stuff. So we're good ways from the Strike King booth, but if you got some time, we can just walk through the show.
Yeah, let's wrap. Let's close. Yeah, if you see some on the way, let's close it up because I did want to see if they had the Spotlight winged minnow over there.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
It's out. I believe it's out now. Tris McCormick was showing that to me, and I know that. Like I said, I hate to give him credit for it. I know Todd Castledine worked on that quite a bit, and it's pretty dialed in. But I haven't I've only seen it from a distance, as they were not allowed me to put my hands on it when I saw it in person. So I'd be interested to see what you think of that.
Has Todd approved that we go there and show you this beta?
I don't know. He did something on it, and then someone apparently said, "I never thought I'd see the day when Todd Castledine was a better spinning rod minnow fisherman than Panger," but here we are, and he was very proud of that. Took a screenshot of it and actually sent it to me.
This is always a big favorite here. Obviously, the hog trough.
Mm-hmm.
Seminars do still go on at shows.
There's always one guy who goes up there with just some freaking laser sharp hooks and just drills one.
It's always interesting too to see, if you see what the platform he's standing on, like the outboards change over the years. You know, Suzuki has made a big push into the freshwater market, and now Suzuki on the hog trough boat. So that's the first year, I believe, for that too.
I remember back in the days when you'd be in the hog troughs, like when at the classics and stuff, and after everyone left, there'd always be the one guy who'd go jump up and catch all the fish out of the hog trough. Harold Allen, quite frankly, has done that multiple times in the years that we worked with him.
That was his
been known to
designated
stick
job.
a few bass. Was known to stick a few bass out of a hog trough when no one was around.
You have a pocket full of pork pins.
He did. He would Texas rig the hog trough, specifically at the 2011 Bassmaster Classic. There, he went through that hog trough pretty thoroughly during after hours at the Skeeter
I don't know if you've
dealership.
seen this since you've. I don't know if this has been here since you've been to ICAST. So we were talking about Quantum a little bit earlier with Dean. So
Yep.
really a big
Primarily
rebrand with
saltwater
Quantum
now.
going saltwater. Check out their new look, their new booth. One of the biggest booths in the show.
Very cool.
And we'll be good. Mike, right? So if you're just ready.
We are here now at the Strike King booth. Let's see if
You're
we can
looking for the
locate
Spotlight winged minnow.
Spotlight winged minnow. I think this is it. I think that's it.
Little, big, all in between. Yep, that's what it looks like.
Spotlight winged minnow and Spotlight hybrid tungsten head. So looks like some
Okay.
various sizes. What do you think?
You got your hands on it. What are your thoughts? How are we talking? Stretchy, straightness, look, feel, density?
Well, there's the man himself right there.
Where? Oh dear God, we're gonna have to get him on.
He's very busy right now.
Oh, he's talking. No, he's talking to Clint. Go up there and get both of them on. Get
Hold on a
Todd
second.
over here. He if Todd doesn't know you very well, he won't give you the time of day. Be like, Panger wants to talk to you. Just say, Todd. Pangrak needs to talk.
We're
to you.
going to talk about the Spotlight minnow. Let him stop what he's doing for a minute. Then we'll get him.
Well, that's Clint, who's with Yama. We've had Clint on BTL a ton too, so it's
So
a
you
little
see the
stretchy.
wings,
Yeah.
stretchy.
Todd's not going to come over and talk to you. That's just not how he's built. I
That's
promise
not.
you that.
Little some texture. So if you're familiar with the Castaic Jerky J, I'll say a little bit of similarities with
Okay.
the design, not design necessarily, but the texture.
That wing seems a lot longer
Thickness?
too than a lot of them.
It is. Let's see if we can get a perspective.
Yeah. What's Todd doing now? I want to get him to talk. I haven't been able to talk to him about this minute.
Well, hold on a second. Talk to Jordan for a second. I'll go get him.
Okay. Don't tell him it's me.
Go get him.
Turn it on you. I don't want.
All right, he's on a mission.
All
He's on a
right.
mission to
You got a second?
grab
I don't
Todd
want
for this
to be it.
important conversation.
Come on.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
There's-
I'm gonna do this officially.
Good.
We're turning it over to Mr. Castledine to give you his
Todd Castledine now officially has an ear
breakdown of his
infection.
new minnow.
What's up, Todd?
Am I live?
You're live.
Oh my!
Yeah, you're on
And I was like,
BTL
why am I
Live.
live with Matt? And I'm
I
like, is
walked-
this real?
I walked them all the way over to the Strike King booth so we could see the Spotlight winged minnow. So I would like a little bit of appreciation on that. Out of 200,000 square feet in the expo, we're here with you, but I haven't actually seen it. So
No, well, I know, but I'm still like, I literally, when you did this, I was like, why did I have a recording of Matt? Am I supposed to? I was about to be like, am I just supposed to go on after he like mouths off something and like pause? Okay, threw me off big time.
but we are live.
Minnow. No, yeah, no, I realize we're live now. Yeah, it's whatever, dude. It's live. I know. What is it like? 20 people watching your show, Matt?
Around there, yeah.
Okay, 20,000. Okay. New wing minnow. Hey, and by the way, like, this is the one. I've talked to you a little bit about this, Matt, but this is the one, and wherever he is, this guy. Hey, come in here for a second.
Oh, that God.
We're live, by the way. So, and I hear Matt. Oh, this is even better.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This got real good.
Okay, because I literally said so. Tristan McCormick, Matt.
Yeah, no, like this is rad. I was not prepared for any of this. So this is all about wing minnow. Yeah. So I was like, well, you got to have Tristan here. This is a unique one because me and Tristan spent weeks dealing with this. It was like me and him back and forth on making this. So like, it's not. I shouldn't.
Tristan said you were a nightmare to work with.
Dude, that is not true. I know I wasn't. Because we had way too much fun.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
So yeah, this is I don't even know where to begin. This is a finished project. We started on the
I wish y'all could see where it started.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
No, longer than that. Whoa, way longer than that. Almost a year ago.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah.
And so we started getting prototypes. We knew. I'll go into my side. I was very in tune with like the Z2 stuff and things like that. He was more in the winged minnow side of it. So we knew somewhere along the line Strike King was going to do something. I kind of rigged it one way. He rigged it another way. We tried to figure out how to make both those like come together. And so that's the thing is that like we took two different ideas and merged them. And it was like, we brag about this all the time. And I'm bragging about us. Like it was the easiest thing for us to do to work together and figure all this out. Like it was like the coolest thing in the world. We learned more from each other. So got prototypes, started catching fish on it. And then it was like, we were moving things and like cutting things all the time. And like, it literally was like that. Like we literally like with Shane.
Dialed it in.
Yeah. Shane was like right there. We tell Shane, hey, try this and try that. And it just got to this. And so, and then it was like, we were catching fish on
wing wise, you said wings was mainly Tristan though, because I'm curious. That's a unique wing shape that looks familiar, but I have not seen a wing that goes from the bottom to the top of the bait like that. So was that how many prototypes did you go through on that wing design?
Do I get to claim the angle?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I claimed the angle, and then Tristan had figured out where to put it because he had moved it up and did some stuff with it to where to put it. The angle for me was the old the wing minnow never made sense to me because think about this, Matt, you know what it is. Like let's go with the freaking koiki too, right? That thing was made as a top water. The wing minnow was not made to go underneath the water. It was made for a top water, and so it makes it want to rise. Well, that's because the wings are flat like that. So I was like, man, no, we want to make it. We don't want it to die, but we want it to stay under the water and stay level. You know that, Matt.
And keep it in that same position as long as you can.
Right.
Bringing it to you.
So I was like, so it shouldn't. I was like, it should always be angled like that to keep it at. We're not
more resistance.
Angle it, right? Because everything you're going to do is pull up. So that's why you see so many of those minnows when they work them on video, and I laugh at every one of them. What does every one of them do, Matt? It goes up.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of cool, but like. That's not how we work our minnow. We're doing it very subtle rolls. We don't want the head coming up. So that goes against what we're trying to do. So
it's like going over a hump.
Right. So I knew that part of it, but he understood the rolling part way more. So he was messing with the head, moving it forward. He figured all that out on where to actually place it because I didn't know any of that. I just knew it needed to be somewhere on there. I think I had it way further back. He moved it up, which made it roll. Completely.
Hold one of the big ones up and show what you're actually talking about there.
Yeah, so it's easier to see what
get one that they can see. Can they see that? Hey, get this.
Yeah, that looks good.
You can see this?
Okay, good.
Yep.
So you can see how close like the wings are to the head. So initially when this first thing started, like the head was all the way out here. We got the first prototype and we was like, that ain't it. We put it in the water, it's not doing what we wanted to do. I mean, we had to
you though, like
Yeah.
You were messing with it way more.
This was a lot of the action in the first prototype was the tail with the split tail. We had this dialed down right off the rip.
Yeah.
So we had 50% of it done. Then like from there, it was like, okay, we got to work on the front 50.5%. So Todd was like, what do you think? I was like, wings definitely need to be closer to the head. He was like, all right, on that prototype, he was like, take a pair of scissors and just snip and start trimming around it. So I did that, I'm like arts and craft, freaking with my scissors. Like, this looks close enough, dude. I freaking put a jig head on it and it went in the water. And I was like, I called him. I was like, this is it. So right then and there, we called Shane. We was like, hey, redesign this, remold it. And it's nice with Shane because like we can see it on like, I guess, what do you call it? AutoCAD?
It was crazy too. He had a CAD.
He went by his house.
I came back from the Toyota at Lake of the Ozarks. And I needed to like get somewhere to spend the night. He's in Oklahoma. So I got to his house at like 11 or 12 o'clock at night. So we're hanging out just for a second. And he was like, hey, you want to go look at something? And all I walk up to is it's like computers everywhere and all the stuff that like all of our baits. And I'm like, hey, get on that wing minnow thing. And I'm like, I don't, the shape of it. And I just started like, it was so nice. I was like, do this. And so we're just literally shaping it out. And I'm like, money.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's what it should look like. And I walked away from it. And then they say, a couple weeks later, we get it.
We have an actual sample and it was this.
Yeah.
And it was literally what we're holding right here. Then after that come the most important part. Two most important parts, in my opinion, the wings, getting the right action. I guess 3, and then the plastic. The plastic is where, Matt, everything matters. How soft, there's a lot of minnows out there.
That's why the Sakamata shad kicks ass, because the plastic and the way that it sets and the weight.
Exactly. So, but like, we didn't want it. We had 4 or 5 different samples, 6 of plastics.
Really?
More than
of compounds, stiff, soft, stretchy, not stretchy.
So the first one, like, dude, like it was not it. So long story short, like we found the perfect softness and the perfect hardness and put them into one. We don't want you guys out here buying, well, we do. We don't want you to have one bait, one fish type of deal. So you can get more than one fish on this bait, which is, I think, why it's the perfect action for the plastic and the softness of it and the hardness. And it's literally like, it's it.
Yeah. So, and then the part that gets overlooked that I think is the most important part. This is my most important part.
Have they seen the 5-inch?
No. I don't, Matt. I still have been doing this for a long time, and my number one thing is like I hate doing what we're doing right now, Matt. This is the worst part of it. Is like showing y'all in a building somewhere, not on the water.
Yeah.
And Matt, you know me, and so it's like I instantly
they got you there, to be honest.
Me too.
But like, what do I got to do? I go straight to the lake with it, right? I was like, and so I'm calling Matt, Tristan up. I'm like, all right, threw it the first fish, caught it. It was like a 12-incher, but I didn't care, right? Caught it first fish, second fish, Tristan just caught it. 2 minutes later, it's a crappie. Third fish, crappie. Hey, fourth fish, bass. I'm just like bothering Tristan but I'm 6 for 6 on fish I've thrown at. I'm like, and to me, I didn't care if it was crappie or not. Like, fish or fish. I'm like, dude, this thing's working.
It's a reaction.
Yeah, and then like a day or two later, Tristan's not as like, he didn't call me. He's like, oh yeah, man, I caught like a couple 3 and 4 pound small. I'm like, oh, you've been doing it too. You just didn't call me on every single thing.
Yeah.
And then
less words.
Yeah. A week later, this was a good phone call. I did call him up. I'm like, hey, look at this thing. And I caught an 11-pounder. I released a video, Matt, yesterday. But so we had like 3 apiece, I think, at that time. And I was just kind of saving them. We didn't want to like ruin them. And I caught 11-2 on the second trip out with them. And so
and I'm whining in smallmouth at the same time.
Yeah. So we're like, I think we did something good.
Yeah.
Matt, we did something good for once.
Yeah, you
well, no, that's why I had him walk over. I wanted to. I knew I had heard. I saw a little bit of it that Tristan showed me at Gunnersville, and I know you've alluded to it, Todd, but haven't really talked about it. And so I was like, this would be good to show a bait that looks very familiar, but actually to see. I mean, this bait here, Todd, is probably the only reason you're at ICAST right now. To be quite honest, you would have gotten out if you didn't have a baby here.
I don't know. I don't even really think they know that I had anything to do.
Do they know this?
What?
Have they seen this?
What? Oh,
This is the best part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, in my opinion.
Yep.
You get something so
clamshell.
perfect. Yeah.
We kind of had to.
Oh, we pushed for this hard.
Do we kind of?
The companies don't like clamshells. They must be
Oh,
expensive because from what I've
10
seen
cents
in that,
is a big deal. Apparently,
they'll fight
I don't
back
know
on a
what it
good
is.
clamshell.
They fought back on this, and we just kept hammering them.
It looks so much more professional on a page.
Where's our?
Like that.
I called up. I'm looking at him right now, Marcus. He's our national sales guy,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Hey man, I know you like to make some money on some stuff. But, man, you're gonna have to like let that go a little bit and let us do what we need to." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Hey man," he's like, "You're really calling me on this?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to like let go of some. Like you're gonna have to let off a little bit of it." He's like, "That's fine," but Marcus had been out there fishing with me, so it was not a hard call. He was like, yeah, I know how good it is. So he was like, yeah, I'll push for it.
Matt, I'll say this too about this. You know how much I've thrown a soccer mod in my life.
Yep.
Product testing this, the first sample, the real sample we had of this before we got into the softness of the plastic. I had my buddy out there whiz fishing. I called Todd. He was running. We're in his boat. We're live scoping in his boat. He's on the trolling motor. We pull up to this boulder and we're on Percy Priest, and there's a couple smallmouth down there. He's firing soccer mod. I picked up a 6-inch hinge, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different minnows. I'm just letting him do his deal. I'm just sitting here with my rod holding this thing, like, got thrown there. He's like, yeah, see if you can get him to bite. I went, it hit the bottom, dude, the first one. Gone, 4.5. On this, I was like, I called him. I was like, dude, I just watched 4 different minnows go past the same exact boulder.
And you started doing it more and more.
And they didn't bite. And I threw this in there one more time, fire back in there again, caught another one, fire back in there again, caught another one. So I was like, yeah, there's a lot of like, it could have been the right timing, could have been the right presentation. But like, after I saw that, I was like, dude, we legit have something here.
I do think like in all my testing I've ever done, and like I do a lot of this testing for strike. I might test more baits for strike than anything and for over the years. And there's a couple things I look for. It's rarely like just the fishing part of it. Like when I was catching the crappie of these like single random, I couldn't tell like they were all 2-pound crappie and 2-pound bass. Like I was like, it didn't matter to me. Like I've learned that like really
that's why you were sending me the crappie pictures. You were prototyping, just trying to catch stuff on this, and then you'd be like, look at this.
Here's one thing I've learned: a great bait. Like if a bait catches a bunch of different like catfish, white bass, it's never not been it has never not been a good bait. Now there's a lot of great baits that only catch bass, but I've never seen a bait that catches a lot of fish not be really, really good for bass. Yeah. And so that was all going on. And then he's up there like a different part of the country, smallmouth in this. And then I don't care what anyone said, you catch at least one 11-pounder. So it could have been a coincidence, but it didn't matter. It still happened. And I'm like, hey, now we've done a lot of other testing. The other thing, I don't know how long we got to go. Matt, it doesn't really, like, we're the best guests you probably had on today.
All day.
What I'll say is that like one of the prototypes he sent us, they're like prototype stuff. Like you got to cut stuff and like,
and they're bright orange.
Yeah. And I was sending them 8-pounders. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how many 8-pounders I've caught today, but this isn't even like the good stuff. And it's catching them. So we kind of knew then, but
how
many people you got watching your show now? Like 30,000, Matt? Probably
40.
Oh, okay, good.
40. Yeah, it's actually they're not even available yet. They're sold out through 28 now.
They are.
Yes, pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to get in the boat and minnow with you. I would know what to expect with Tristan. Like there's a couple guys, like I get in the boat with Cranford all the time and I minnow and I'm like, okay, like if he misses one, I'll catch it, but I would love to just get in the boat and minnow with you.
You really want to get in the boat, dude?
I want to get in the boat and minnow with you. Now that you've got a minnow and the spinning rods and stuff, like I would know what I'd get with Tristan. Like I would be Tristan. We've watched him. Like I could write the script with McCormick beforehand. He's not going to miss any. There's going to be no excitement. It's going to be pretty precise. I would have no idea. Like you, big minnowing large fish with other options too. Not like where it's the only way to catch them, but like where you were being like, oh, I wonder if we should go up there and try to throw a Bubba. I wonder if you can catch one on a frog there. I want to Carolina rig this shell. I want to get in the boat with a spinning rod with you, Todd.
No. Hey, wait till you see his bait caster set up for this.
I got
already tried.
But I don't know why he wants to, because I put like all my all my experience. Matt loves to just tell these horror stories over me of like how I met him and this stuff. He still doesn't tell the story about the Rayburn one when you were drop shotting on Rayburn and that big one came off.
Yeah.
You were telling me the story. So I was like, don't be throwing that stupid drop shot on Rayburn on brush piles. And I told him this long history story about what's going to happen just before an open.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he didn't even want to. He come up after the event. He's like,
it was like a teener.
I love, yeah. It
was like a legit teener.
Lose this giant. I'm like, did you throw a drop shot in there on him? He didn't. He's like, yes. I'm like, told you. So I'm just saying, if you want to get
I will say this. This was pre-scope, pre-trendy drop shot. This was 6-7 years. This was a long time ago, back when everyone was making fun of me for doing that stuff with
you know how much money me and Matt has won on a drop shot?
I know. It's not even that. I'm just saying, you better be on point, Matt, because if you mess up one little time, you know I'm just not going to let you go. I'm just going to.
Well, yeah, Tristan's fished a classic and won an open on a drop shot.
No, I know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you mess up with me on the
pink
boat,
worm
I'm
was
going
cool.
to light you up.
Two classics.
Yeah. Before the pink worm was cool, when everybody was going, how you doing pink worm on a spinning rod?
Well, you furry one.
Yeah, just don't lose.
Hey, do we need to show them this or no?
That's your deal.
Real quick,
right,
show us what the head is, and then we'll wrap it up here. I appreciate.
Yeah, wrap it up real quick. So this is a hybrid. It's a tungsten and lead. But if you can see right real close, it looks like a disco ball.
Yep.
See that, Matt?
Yep.
Like you might be able to see it better on that one.
Lots of facets.
Yeah. So it's a lots of different sizes. So what that initially is comes from the fly fishing world. It's technology in the fly fishing world where your sonar is going to be enhanced when it hits this. You're not going to have to be head on, get the best return. You can kind of be off to the right or left a little bit. And we designed this strictly. I wanted this. I've been working on this for like 2 years, but when this come out, we was like, we'll just match them together. So we have the right hook size for the 7 and the right hook size for the 5-inch. So
and we didn't go flimsy, Matt.
No, this sucker's old.
That's why me and Tristan worked together. He didn't try to put this like paper thin hook in there. I'm like, hey, dude, we're catching big ones on it. I don't have time to be out there worrying about 6-pound line if it's going to bend out.
And it's got a good keeper on it. It's a double collar keeper. Yep. We shaved down the front side, Matt, so it's not going to tear as much. It's more so on the back.
Less nose hole, so the bait doesn't roll around. Then,
exactly.
That's one of the ways you lose fish too. Is you have a bait that you've caught a couple fish on, the bait rolls to the side, the hook hooks in the side of the back of the fish, it jumps, and that's when you lose them on the first jump.
Yep.
All right, guys, that was freaking awesome. I'm glad it was worth the walk. Thank you, Jordan and Dave, for doing that. All right, you can give them the earpieces back and carry on with you. Have fun tonight.
All right, see you. Thank you.
All right, see ya. Told you guys I would. Told you guys that would be worth the walk.
Well, yeah, that was great.
A lot goes into it, and those are two really guys who know it. I think Dave's done for it. Are we going to wrap it up? Jordan, talk about what you got going on with Best on Tour, where they can watch it, what you have coming up, that type of stuff, and the YouTube channel where they can see all that.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Best on Tour YouTube channel has been a lot bigger focus for me, which honestly is kind of crazy. I never thought I would actually be the one in front of the camera, but honestly, I've been enjoying it quite a bit. So yeah, check out the Best on Tour YouTube channel. Man, I'm putting out a ton of stuff over there. We just did, actually, me and Dave on the podcast / YouTube deal, just did a whole ICAST series where we interviewed a bunch of people, talk about a lot more of the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, you can see him right there. We got Josh Bertrand, we got John Cruz, we got Hillary Martin. We have a whole Fish Finder coach series on there that talks about a lot of the nitty gritty details of Fish Finder settings. Man, we got a lot of different stuff going on over there. So yeah, check it out. I appreciate the plug.
Very cool. That's going on. Also sign up, like I said before, bestontour.net for the weekly newsletter that goes to it. And thank you guys for doing that. I know you guys scarfed lunch down in 13 minutes in between shows. If you are wanting an urchin show, we did all the urchins. Jordan put together a map of all the urchins there. We showed 14 urchins plus a couple bonuses. So no urchins in this show, but some of the other stuff that was going on at ICAST. So thanks, Jordan. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Had a lot of fun. See y'all.
All right. See ya. All right. That was cool. That was very cool. Yeah. Just, you don't understand how much goes on behind it. I know when Brad Hallman designed the BFE, the best flipper ever, it was insane just to get a small bait through production. And I know how much pride he had in that. Actually, just talked to him. He was at the OU game when they won the national baseball championship, and then we talked about we still have some salmon from Alaska that we need to smoke. I got a smoker for that, but really cool. Especially with those two guys, you can see the passion behind it that Tristan, that Todd, that those guys have in the baits. You can take the bait out, you can do a different design, you can do for anything, but when you get those guys that are that into it and that passionate about it and care that much about it, I think that's kind of what comes across from that. But I'll definitely be checking out those minnows too as well. Kind of a little bit different week this week because of the ICAST shows that we did today. We did 3 shows today. We kicked things off with the 250th episode of Day 4 with Frank Scalish, then back-to-back ICAST shows. Had Josh Daniels on from Pro Bass Adventures that really kind of talked about the scene down there in Mexico, El Salto, Bacharach. Check that out. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, feel free to email me, matt@basszone.com. Should be back to regularly scheduled programming next week as everyone kind of recovers from ICAST and what you see coming out of there. But those guys did a lot of great jobs of talking to a lot of guys who really know how to catch them. And it is, you're standing on cement for 8 to 10 hours and 100,000 square foot walking, talking. It can get tiring. So really appreciate all the guests who came on and talked to that. And all of you guys, I think we're on 5 hours of streaming today. So I think that's a sign that we need to hit the music, wrap things up. You can find more about all this stuff, bestontour.net, or by going to any of the websites. A lot of the companies are really good about putting out the products and things on social medias too. So that's all we got for today. Holy cow, it's already 3 and I started streaming at 8 a.m. this morning with 3 different shows. Good thing it's my job. Talk to everyone on Monday. See ya.